Ba-dum bum. Ba-dum bum. Bum 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 ba-dum bum.
Funky
Ba-da-ba-da ba-bum.
music.
Ba-dum bum.
With the
Podcast.
intro. Hello, Radio Land.
Barely hear you. Speak
Really?
up, Jarran. No, it was my volume.
God damn it. All right, so we're doing something a little bit different, by the way. This is
Yeah.
Dom. I am Jarran. We were garbage men, and then we came up with the name. Dom came up with the name. I'm terrible at coming up with names. So I
Yeah,
do
but you're
Dom's
talented in other
music.
ways.
Yeah, well, let's go into that. I do Dom's music. Speaking of which, the names that I come up with for Dom's music is particularly inspired.
Yeah? How so? I mean, I've seen them, but I don't actually get half of them.
I believe one was extension based on an extension cord.
That's
Bright,
clever.
bright
That's using
wipe.
your brain.
Bright wipe was off my glasses cleaner.
Oh my god, that's one of my favorite tracks from you, and it's just named after a cleaner.
Yeah, dude, literally, I go, all right, my song's finished. What can I name it? And then I look around my desk, and then I just go, all right, what can I say? I have a track named Sharpie.
That makes a lot of sense. But it's really funny because I often like associate sounds like bright white to me is like boop boop whoosh, boop boop whoosh, boop, boop. You know what I mean? It's got bright and it's got wipe. I don't see what it is in your like, yeah, that makes sense. Nah, this is called this because of this. Like I associate that shit randomly anyway. I'm sure people do that with titles and songs no matter what. But yeah, it's great that yours are totally uninspired.
Literally, there's a blue bowl there, and I had a song called Bluish Balls.
I thought that was just because you had bluish balls.
No.
Like
No.
you were like, I kind of got blue balls, but they're not like fully sore. Like they're like a little bit sore-ish. They're bluish balls,
See,
you know?
that's what I do. I get a name, and then I double entendre it, and just send it off into the ether.
Ether being to me, and then I put it in a video.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then I forget all about it. Like that song someone brought up the other day, and I was like,
Man, I have to, yeah, that's the same thing though. Watch like old videos. I have no idea some of them that I made. Someone sent me videos. Like, what's that from? When did I do that? Like, when you're putting out so much, so consistently, it's really hard for you to kind of keep track of what you've done because you're not obsessing over that stuff. It becomes an obsession for a small amount of time, and then you put it out there. And once it's put out there, often it's not something that you kind of obsess over anymore. You mean think about actors in like blockbuster movies, they go from role to role to role. They don't do one role and then watch themselves in that role about like, oh, that movie was so fucking sick, I'm the best. Then they go on to the next thing and progress their careers. Unless they're Vin Diesel, and then you can just be Domtomato forever.
yeah, it's true. Well, he couldn't really milk Triple X forever, could he?
He could have, but
he walked away from it, right?
Yes. So originally, Vin Diesel wasn't doing sequels. It was a whole thing where he was like, I don't do sequels. And the first sequel I believe he did, I may be butchering this entirely, but was Chronicles of Riddick, which was a
what was that movie called?
Pitch Black was the first one.
Black.
I'm trying to think
Pitch
of what you
Black
call.
was fucking sick. Was it a prequel?
Prequel was Pitch Black, but no, it's not a prequel. It's a sequel. It's just a sequel.
It's a sequel.
I was bending my brain over the word. I was like, what's the fucking word that's not prequel?
I thought you've already said sequel.
Yeah, I fucked up, bro. I was thinking too hard. Do you ever do that where you like just zone in on something entirely, then you go past it, you've already said it?
That's me every time I set foot in Amsterdam, basically.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well,
just old Mr. Overthink McGee.
Oh, I remember riding bikes with you and Alfie through the streets of Holland. That was fantastic.
That was amazing.
What a trip. Shout out Alfie Green, my guy.
I remember picking you up at the train station, and I was a little bit tired at that point.
Yes, and, as you are in Amsterdam. Often.
Yeah, I was a little bit tired.
We can say blazed, man. You were. It's a totally legal thing there. We were just participating in the local. Oh, it's true.
Then I was
cuisines.
Just off my fucking face. Riding one bike, but we were like, hey, let's bring Dom a bike to the train station. So I'm there with two bikes. doing it. And if you've been to Holland, they do it all the time. So I was like, how hard can it be? How hard can it be? I didn't crash. So
Mm-hmm.
that is success.
No, I mean, you're pretty good on a bike.
That is
Like,
true.
do you have any like, what? How do you say? Like, did you do any formal training, or like, did you just practice rigorously for an extended period of time, or what was like
I
your
think it was
biking
my brothers
career?
were already riding when I was a baby. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want to do that. And so I think I got off training wheels at like 3. Like before my 4th birthday. I was just like, me fucking get around.
Fair. I mean, I think older siblings is totally a way that you do get into sport. If they're into some sort of sport and you're younger, you generally just follow suit.
Yeah.
That's how I got into figure skating. My sister was into it. I wasn't into it. I was 3. I wasn't into anything. Didn't know what the fuck the world was. My brain was still mush.
Actually,
I mean,
yeah.
it still is now. So
That's true. I think like every sport my brother did when I was a little kid. It was like he was better at rollerblading. He got into skateboarding, blah blah blah, and then I've always been trying to be cool, and then I could get deep into all of it.
I mean, you're still trying to this day. So it's just cool, man. Like, you just do your thing. You just keep trying, bro. One day you'll get there. Maybe if
I
you
don't
just
have any way to get. There's no way to get now with rollerblading. I just go around in circles.
no, I just mean with being cool.
I don't think anyone's gonna be cool doing rollerblading.
Nah, man, you go to Spain. They're doing like the swivel, like all the kinds of shit. They're like,
Oh, I think South Korea does that shit as
Fifi,
well.
Fifi.
Dude, they go hard.
Yeah, I don't actually still think it's cool though. Even if I watch it, I'm going to be completely opinionated and say it's up there with like kendama for me. It's not.
Oh yeah, it's
not
just
cool.
it's a high level of skill.
Yeah, ice skating, way cooler. Gotta say,
Uh,
blades, wheels, Really, come on,
I don't know.
son.
I think
I saw
it.
someone get his fingers chopped off on the ice, bro.
I
He
kind
literally
of.
got chopped. He's wearing gloves, and he got chopped through. And like when he took his gloves off, his fingers like came with the glove, and there was like only a little bit hanging off. Like,
Did he scream?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I only heard about that one.
All right.
Like when they came off, because like I was at the skating practice, and then they just took him away.
I think this is all on the same tier of like a football player is going to just be like, you fucking pansies. Like,
But yeah, but that's where like so there's 2 lines of thought with that one. You have blades and they're spinning around, bro. It's way more dangerous than you and your padded up friends.
padded?
Padded up, they're all like, got headgear on, got mouth guards
right.
in, got
It's
safety,
true.
got tape on my knee. Yeah, bro, because yeah. But the other thing is, you're not getting tackled by other humans in ice skating. That's why, like, when people think parkour is dangerous, I'm like, yeah, but we don't get like attacked. Like,
Yeah.
it's not moving object me versus moving object that guy. Like the double of force is it just makes it excessive, right? But if the wall is still and I'm moving and I hit the wall and I just dissipate all that shit myself, this remains inanimate. So the injury level, like, generally is lower than something like when you get crash tackled.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
No, I definitely get that. Let's talk about the format of what we're doing tonight.
So yeah. So people, if you have questions, real questions, or just food for thought topic questions, I would like to converse with you guys more on this week's episode. So kind of we'll spend more of the episode answering questions, go more into depth with the answers. And also, if you want to try and add to those questions, or you hear something in the answers that provokes a thought for you, type it in, hit it up. And the less random shit and the more questions we get, I'll be fully appreciative. If you have a question, use a question mark, use punctuation. That way Jarran's old eyes won't scan past your statement. And yeah, that ball can get rolling, in the next 5-10 minutes while we talk about what have you done with your week, Jarran?
I actually got
You made me
some
3 songs.
Yeah, but those 3 songs I made the week before.
Oh, okay.
I made 4 or 5 songs. I got 5 songs coming to you.
Damn, boy. That
Yeah.
makes me happy.
Dude, I've been on it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
one thing I've been doing is, as Saturday would understand, um, I have been getting people on Instagram to give me like constraints and different like ways that I need to do a song, and I can't really deviate from it.
That's good.
Yeah, like
That's good. I think direction sometimes can stem creativity because when you're working within certain confines, it can be more creative in a sense. Like
exactly.
to relate it back to parkour, is you look at Pasha, who is unquestionably the most creative athlete in our sport, I believe, like to a mastery level anyway. Um, and he had nothing spot wise when he was growing up in Latvia. Like it was like a tire, a pole, a rail. And so with those constraints, he was forced to come up with more versatility within those. So then when he goes to other spots, he looks at them completely different to how a normal free runner from say the UK or from Australia would.
Yeah, and that's literally exactly the point of why I was doing it. It's like
Mm.
it's today was someone said like use a wooden flute, make drum and bass. Drum and bass? Yeah, drum and bass track.
Bum and Drace, bro. Make a
And
bum and Drace track.
I mixed that with someone else saying frogs and pasta.
Mm.
Yep. So
Don't
you
know what
know,
that means.
that's exactly what he said. He was just
I
like,
guess that's the art of it, really. It's
yeah,
all art.
exactly. He was just like, I wonder how you're going to interpret this. I'm like, well, I will.
Fair. Oh, my week's been pretty consistently jump based. It's been pretty awesome. So after finishing said project for previous aforementioned project from previous weeks, I have now got a full free schedule most of the time. Been doing a few extra stints on home and away, but
Do they just play
other
the theme song like all the time?
no, not at all.
So,
Never. I've never heard it. I
so the
just how I
background
say
music.
home and
That would be
away.
amazing if the background music was
Just always
just
playing. Like every time
always.
they finish a scene, it's just like they play it over the
You know we
speakers. That would be great.
belong together.
I might pitch it to them next time I'm there. Just be
It'd be
like,
like
yo, this
just
is probably the
ambiance,
way.
ambiance,
For your
a
actors.
little bit of zhuzh.
um, and yeah, training, man. Training's been amazing. Just back on the streets, out there, jumping in the sunshine. It's been little patches of rain, but mostly just muggy, incredibly hot
Are
days.
you having like? Are you over 30s yet?
Yeah, I think we had one day over 30.
Yeah, right. We're like
But
getting consistent over 30s down here,
whew,
dude.
yeah, it's actually going to be pretty intense this summer, I believe. Like, we get some 40s and stuff in there.
But
Stay hydrated, folks.
if you follow in the news though, it's La Nina. It's La
I
Nina
don't
year.
follow in the news. What does that mean?
So La Nina is like a wet year. It's like a wop wop year, whereas
To the
El,
world, well, to the climate.
El
Not like to the. Oh God, I'm gonna get cancelled because I just gave the fingers to the climate.
the
Ah!
El Nino is what happens when like it's hot as fuck.
Oh, so like I'm El Nino.
Ha!
Because
Took
I'm hot
me a
as fuck,
sec.
gonna get all wet. Yeah, nailed it. Jordan.
But also dry as fuck.
Hey, gives my humor.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, very good.
yeah, nailed it. Cool. Well, we should probably go to these questions now.
Yep.
After that ordeal.
Coming from Callum Powell's recent post of stop associating parkour and free running with Assassin's Creed. Do you play Assassin's Creed from Casper Kruger?
So yeah, I have played Assassin's Creed. I currently don't own a console. I would love to get a new console at some point. Assassin's Creed is one of the very few video games that I love playing and play it for endless hours, and I have no kind of worry with burying myself in it. But most of the games online I don't find as entertaining as Assassin's Creed purely because of the movement aspect. They really nailed that.
Yeah. If you guys know Marx, when we were living in the house with Marx was always on the video games. Though I don't know if he was on Assassin's Creed. Was Assassin's Creed just PlayStation? Answer in the comments, because I don't know.
No, I think it was all
It
consoles.
was all of them? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know they're bringing out a Viking one? Like, I don't play video games, but
I
did,
do believe I heard that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to touch this for a week. One sec. Oh yeah, yeah. It was funny this week though. Was doing a jump on like last Tuesday morning, or last week technically. And the it's like a roof gap. It's pretty exposed. It's like you can see it from the main street and everything. But after like 30 minutes, the cops rolled up and they were so mad about just the situation. I think they were just Russell because they came down and then it was just a couple of guys doing jumps. So they were like, that's annoying. You know what I mean? But there's like the kind of heaviest, harshest response I've seen to parkour in Sydney. Like they weren't even most times that I've encountered police in Sydney, when we say, we're doing parkour, we explain it, they lay off the intensity of like, they're like, okay, cool. You guys understand, right? Yeah, cool. Look, we understand you guys aren't dickheads. Thank you. You know what I mean? But like, don't do it here. But these ones were just like, it's danger. You're trespassing. It's like, sorry, like, doesn't mean it to be dangerous. It's a nice jump.
you get it on film?
I got the jump. I got on film. So it'll be an upcoming vlog for sure.
Yay.
It was just sad though, because like it was literally like as kid was about to run and do the jump, like he was like walking to the takeoff, and then
stop this!
so he didn't get
stop
to do
this!
it.
You gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I think he was like, the person was like, "Can you guys get down? What the fuck?" Like, yeah, that's how you should, as an officer, approach people. Swear at them. That's number one.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, if I was up, like, if I didn't know what was going on, I saw guys just standing up 2 stories on a little thing, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, it's true.
I would probably swear too.
Well, we think about the world as a lot different to boomers do. Like, not to say I'm not a boomer, but
This guy was my age. I would say this guy was my age.
Are you fucking
maybe younger?
serious?
Yeah.
It's still, but that's actually what I mean. Is that we've kind of broken out of the Australian white bread society mold. It's like we don't think about that stuff as being bad, whereas they still would. They're still like, oh no, this goes against all of my values as an upstanding member of society.
Yeah. It's really hard for me because I really don't see parkour as like a bad thing or like anything that's like dangerous or at all like unhealthy.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's something that's like really good and really like, you know what I mean? Essentially, to me, you're rolling up to an outdoor karate class and going, "Hey, stop throwing those kicks. You could hurt somebody." It's like, bro. Sensei.
All right, wait.
I'm a sensei, man.
Wait. Are there outdoor karate classes? Like, I know that this was an analogy, but
I don't know. You probably have to Google it, man. Check your local area. Go to a local karate class.
Definitely know they do Tai Chi.
Yeah, I mean, that's that. It's just like that's how I see it. I know it's not seen like that, but I guess if they were doing Tai Chi on a roof that they all climbed up onto, maybe they would get us to leave in the same way. Like they're like, "What are you doing, man? Just Tai Chi. Is that cool? Not hurting anybody. Just doing Tai Chi." Oh my god, I'm gonna try that next time.
Good.
Yeah, next time I get approached by security or cops, I'm just gonna start doing Tai Chi on whatever object I'm on. I'll be like, "Oh, I couldn't do Tai Chi on this object. That's sad." Anyway, back to the question. Sorry for interjecting there. I forgot that in my initial tangent of what my week was.
Atomic Monkey. Hey, Dom. Huge fan. I've been training for about 6 to 7 years now with a lot of lack of conditioning due to this. My knees are horrible. Is
Mm-hmm.
this the end for me, or will conditioning help me get back to it?
Good question. Very good question. Okay, well, first off, silly you for abusing your knees, and that'd be a lesson to all younger folk. You need to do ample amount of strength and conditioning before you take impact and size into your repertoire. It's learning the techniques. If you don't want to do like boring, what was it to me boring weight training or specialized like exercises, you can do very small, light technical parkour to build that strength. You do repetition of small movement that your body is not like strained by, and that will build that muscle up. And then slowly you build the size, and as you're building the size, you like decrease the repetition slowly and slowly until at your maximum you're only ever doing one or two of them. And then at like your general day-to-day training, you'd be doing hundreds of small precisions, hundreds of small cat passes, hundreds of climb ups, hundreds of like fundamental movements to make your body stronger. So that's to the younger athletes. To answer Atomic Monkey's question, I don't think it's the end. You will have to dial back, I think, what you are doing now or what you have been doing up until this point and take it back to a smaller scale. Take it to, you know, what you would consider your fundamental basics. You know, still enjoy what you're doing, just dial back your expectation of like doing massive pre's and, you know, crazy rail shit and blah, blah. Just, you know, you got to build it from smaller again. And then, yeah, I'd say like, you know, the more regularly you train and do mobility and stretching recovery, the easier it's going to be. Now, someone like Jarran
Would tell you to
is
do this.
yes, the complete opposite to me. He would say this is the fun thing to do, and I would say like
I don't
I'd
say
rather
it's the
suck raw
fun thing
eggs
to
than do
do.
that.
I'm saying this is a thing. And we've got
Oh,
another
okay, yeah.
question about, like, do you work out here? But it really is that case of if you're looking for supplemental conditioning, then this will put strain on your joints.
In a positive way. In a
Yeah,
positive way.
and those things suck, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
They're the worst.
But yeah, I think the difference, I know this is good to have you and I here because there's a big contrast between how we generally train, you know, to strengthen our bodies. Is mine is very much based on like doing, there's no formality to it. It's just like a very simple outlook of like, if I do more shit than I eat, my body will stay healthy. If I'm like always spending all of the fuel that I put in, my body will stay healthy. I'm not too interested in building muscle. I'm not too interested in getting big because if I have a heavier frame or if I'm like a heavier because of all the muscle I'm carrying, then it's going to be more impact for my knees. And my favorite thing to do is impact. So I'm not going to fuck with that for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I'm a fat boy right now, and you feel it when you jump. Feel it a lot. It's like, have you ever been running with like a heavy pack? Like, I've worked out that I'm 10 kilos overweight, which literally means that I'm carrying around gravity
But
wise.
but you don't look 10 kilos overweight like
Yeah,
at all.
but
Is that from your optimal or is that from like
from optimal.
anorexic?
No, that's from 12% body fat. So I'm literally walking around with 10 kilos of extra body fat. And that's just
That's
kind of
incredible.
like, that's a lot. And if you did the physics on that, that's a lot more weight going into that jump. Like,
Yeah, well, because it's always multiplied. So if you're multiplying a higher number, you're going to get a way higher figure. That's just, yeah, literally math.
yeah.
You know, there's no yeah. But I asked actually a free runner, Aaron Boom, about this subject once. And this will get kind of round out into answering the atomic monkey question again. But he was like a lot bigger and like really muscular, like Mark's level muscular at one point when I first met him, and he was doing really crazy explosive tricks. And then I met him like probably about a year later, and he was the same like sculpted person, but he was just smaller. Like he'd lost a lot of the size. And I said to him like, oh, have you know, in my mind, I was like, oh, he slimmed down for parkour and free running because, you know, he's, you know, substantial impact, blah, 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 we just discussed. And he said, no, I actually like being bigger because I have more power. So I feel more in control when I'm doing all of my big shit. And I was like, fair, that's a fair rationale as well. So there is flip sides of the coin where you can decide how much energy you want to focus on your conditioning to be like bigger and more power based. That might help you feel comfortable in your movement. So think about that aspect. Or you might want to go down the track that I tend to feel, which is stay lean and do lots of mobility, do lots of really like zero impact, but full range of motion exercises and like every day.
Yeah.
And that way that just keeps you limber enough going into when you want to progress back to those bigger things that you've been doing.
Good
See, I like
round
this.
off. Good round off to the answer.
That's why, yeah, just wanted to say as well, Ed Scott was meant to be on this week, people, so just chew him out for not being organized. But also that's on me because I didn't message him till like 6 a.m. his Monday morning time. I was like, yeah, wake up, Ed. It's your destiny calling. And he didn't answer. So,
well,
fair enough.
Then I feel that it's my problem for not reminding you to remind Ed.
Yeah, we should make that a Sunday thing because like everyone else in the world is like a day behind us. So by the time we remember on Monday, they're still asleep.
Yeah, it's really true. And like we talk, what a few hours before this show, and like we on for tonight.
You just woke up.
Yeah.
I'm coming back.
All right. Do you have headphones on?
Yes.
Then I'll read you the next question.
Yes.
Right. Right. Buy more PK. I'm guessing you know him because this question reads, how can I progress to doing more dub fronts outside? I've been a little bitch and haven't done any since the one I did with you in Going Big.
See, I don't remember what video Going Big is, but
Let's watch the video.
let's bring it up and see who this guy is. And I'll be like, oh, it's that guy. What'd you say his name was?
Buy more PK.
Buy more PK. No, I don't know by the name, bro, but I will remember after we watch this video briefly.
It was only 9 months ago, Dom.
What? It was at the start of the year. He was in Australia. Okay, how do you progress to doing double fronts? Okay, so the only person I know, while we find whoever this is in the video, the only person I know that does amazing, perfect diving double fronts outside is JB Ninja Boy, JB underscore Ninja Boy on Instagram. He told me that he just did a lot of trampoline tech to work on his aerial awareness and timing so that he could see where he was in the air. So he does like a punch, pulls in for the double rotation and knows where he is in the air to open out at that 3/4 before, or like a third before he lands. Yes. Young doggy. Yeah. This guy. I ain't seen you in time, bro. You should come out to Sydney again, train. For sure. This is him. Boom. Whoop. So I would say finding high ledges with soft landings is your best bet, bro. Going out and doing that. But it's all about repetition and making sure that also you know where you are when you're landing. So that's probably more important than anything else, is knowing where you are in the second rotation to make sure you land. And so that brings me to my other tip from a master of movement. Pasha helped me with my diving double Websters because the way I do them, I kind of one under, one over tuck a lot of the time. And so that gives me a lot of space to look between my legs because they're open. And so what Pasha does off higher heights is he does a quick front flip, dives out and looks forward at the landing and then tucks in for the second rotation. And that way, like that's how you do, it's like doing a single front flip. So you've spun around once, you look at the ground, and then you just do the action and timing that you would do for a normal front flip off that height. So obviously you have to have front of height dialed in, but it's actually a spot mid-rotation. Front, spot the ground, tuck, rotate, and open. And that really helps me with like making sure that I'm in the right position when I do my kick out. So JB kind of seems to know his timing better for the kick out, but this way it allows you to kind of use your normal front technique with a diving front, like with the double front timing. So you front flip, look at the ground, hold the next rotation. It's also key if you're ever going to try them, always know that you can get to your butt. Never try it if you think you might under rotate. You always need to be able to at least get to your bum. Your bum is your bum is the safest part. If you land on your back, you're going to wind yourself. You potentially break ribs depending on the surface. Bum, meaty, and it's connected really solidly to your legs there. So they usually come down at around a similar time, especially if you're in a tuck. Yeah, I personally still want to work on my double fronts too. I didn't do that many this year, mainly just because I didn't really find spots that I was like, oh, this is a good double front spot. And also I've been working on different variety of movement, trying to kind of square it out. Like 720 fronts has been a mission this year and that sort of thing.
This year you did that diving double front, didn't you? Like off the sand cliff, something like that. I think you were on holiday with Saturday. It was like
yeah, no, that was an A twist back out. Oh yeah, that was last year, dude.
That was last year.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah. That was last year in Monopoly. There's a
Damn.
city. It's called Monopoly, but not like not like the board game. It has an I, not a Y.
But is the mayor still the guy with the moustache and the monocle?
I know Saturday and I looked around pretty hard and we didn't find that guy with the monocle and this mustache. Nowhere.
False advertising.
Totally.
Sam's Foot says, Dom, what planet are you from? Were you raised with higher gravity than us or something? How are your bones so epic? I would like to field this one. Drink more tap water. Tap water has heavy metals, and it will make your bones strong.
Oh, I was going to tell him my list to heaps of Rage Against the Machine. And so I have heaps of heavy metal in my blood.
Good we've taken that one seriously.
Killing in the name of. Well, I mean, it was a serious question. So I come from the planet Equinox. No, we have lower gravity there, which makes everything lighter. And then that's why my bones are so dense, is because the impact was more substantial when I came to Earth. So I got more dense.
I was wondering where you were going with that. I'm like,
yeah, your confused look led me to realize that I was saying the wrong thing and just steered back. Just took a hard left. It was good.
Oh shit. All right. Baranayik question
Correct
mark?
translation, pronunciation.
Well, seeing as that was the actual question, and the actual name is ZHHBGHF.
Baraknay. Niak back. That's what I say back. Yeah. I bet you that was something. Bet you.
Okay. All right. So, Gustav's E says, do like workout as well, not just sesh and parkour.
That's Gustav say. And what did he say?
No, it's not. The E is on the end. The E is
Gustav Ze.
No. It's like it's on the end in a capital.
Yeah, that's because of the eh. What do you, Gustave?
No. There's a space.
Yes. Gustave. Yes. You're not getting it, Jarran.
I think
that's what it is.
I think I'm getting it.
He's my boy. Me and Gustave go way back, man. So you wouldn't. If you put a capital at the end, it means like eh.
Oh.
Otherwise, if I had a capital O at the end of mine, it'd be like Domtomato. But I'm not. It's just Domtomato.
Good. We're on.
I won this one.
You've won this round.
What did he ask? What do I do?
Do you like to work out? You've already actually asked.
No, I don't like. Look at these things. Does this look like an arm that looks like to work out? That's its maximum ripple. Whoa, no, bro. I actually, so I went on the room with my girlfriend the other day and I lifted I was like, oh, babe, check this out. There's like a barbell and it had like 60, 65 kilos on it. So I did 5 bench press and I strained a muscle in my chest.
Good. You're my hero. You've always been my hero.
I was like, I gotta be able to do this. I can do it. Later in the day, I was like, why does my chest hurt so much? She's like, because you did that bench press earlier that you never do.
All right, new question. Zib, zib, zib.
Zib, zib, zib. Is that the question or the person?
No, that's the question. It's from the same person that said everything.
I see you're a troll. You are.
You're being trolled.
You are.
All right.
Being trolled.
Kagura Channel says, I'm from Indonesia. I'm subscribed.
Shout out Indonesia. Sorry to interrupt you.
Actually, that's exactly what he wanted. So, yeah. He just wanted to shout out.
Yeah. I don't think I've been to Indonesia for parkour. Would love to. Don't think I've been to Indonesia in general. I may have, but I forget if I did. But if I haven't, I will do. No.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think I have. But if you have people that jump, I'd love to come jump on your wall sometime.
Good times.
Good times, Jarran. Nice awkward silence there. You're meant to be quick on the questions,
no,
leaving people with dead air. What are you doing to our listeners and viewers?
I am the master of strategically placed dead awkward silence. Like this one. Anyway, I have Murali Palayil.
Yeah.
Palayil.
That's not the question, is it?
No, that's the thing. All right. Hi, Dom. Just wondering. I have an injured wrist. Not too painful, but I really can't take much impact. Have you any ways to get my proper wrist back?
This actually looks pretty cool, right? I should grow this mustache. Anyway, yeah, so interestingly enough, wrists are very tricky in my experience because if you hurt your wrist, you can only rest it up until a certain point, and then you actually have to start pushing it through the pain a little bit. It's going to take like 2 to 3 months of you basically working back up to handstands on that wrist, but you actually need to like push through its threshold. So the way I found this out is I hurt my wrist in China and I had to have full surgery. And so I was laying light on it after the surgery. I was almost back to full mobility, except this way, I can't bend it any further. It should be able to go like, that one's not that great either. But the point is you need to use your wrist every day after a certain point. So once the initial damage is healed, it's not like an ankle where you can rest it and then if it hurts, you actually need to kind of stop and inspect what's going on. A wrist will give you certain pain receptors that like build up in your brain through restriction. And then they're like, oh, that hurts to do. And you won't want to use them as much. And then after China, I hurt both wrists about 6 months later and I stopped using them for 3 months. Like, oh, I'll just, mainly do feet shit and they'll get better. And they never got better. They got worse. They got really stiff. And then even like pushing up off on one hand was really, really hard. And like, so no matter what, you have to stay vigilant on doing wrist exercises and wrist mobility. I think that answers that, right?
That was a good answer. I didn't realize you had so much experience with wrists.
Bro, my extremities have been hit so much.
We should rebrand the channel as the Dom and Jarran Rehab Hour.
Rehab Hour, mate. Going to Rehab Hour.
Who says I can't make up names for things? I can make up names for things.
It can be an online under the influencer anytime, buddy.
All right. Harry Gabe says.
Oh, the man himself. What's up, Harry? Himself. Shout out, my man.
How you going down in SA with the COVID back in action? I guess this is a question for me. Adelaide went into lockdown, and then it was supposed to go into lockdown for 6 days, and then they were just like, "Oh no, wait, we'll just get out of lockdown." I think it took 3 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because basically there was a guy that was being paid cash under the table, and he was on a working, or not on a working visa, on a holiday visa or something, and so he's like, "I just went to the pizza place for a pizza," and they're like, "We're locking the state down." And then it came out that he was actually working there, and that apparently they can't charge him. There's no legislation to charge him, but literally headlines are like, "We are looking for ways to throw the book at him." Like,
Leave the poor guy alone, man.
yeah, they're not happy.
Yeah, no one is these days. Everyone's so grumpy. Stop
But,
being grumpy and just like support each other. Guy wanted a pizza. You never wanted a pizza in your life. Really? Really? You can't understand that? You, person, political figure.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say.
Get so righteous and virtuous with it.
What have I missed in the parkour world?
They did the Tempest Onlines again.
Who won?
I didn't. That's on you, bro. You're the lookup guy. I was looking through the semi-finals.
Do they only?
I think one guy had two. Like he had two channels, and I didn't know if there's a rule against like using two channels, but I think he was like the two of the four finalists.
Oh shit.
I don't even know.
I don't know how to.
Look at that first post. No, that's not it. Is that the first post?
No, that looks like someone getting fucked on. Oh
yeah.
No, it's a
thing of Corey DeMeyers. Okay, next. We don't need to watch Corey yet. He won a thing. Congratulations, Corey.
What did he win? An Emmy? Did he win an Emmy?
Best high work for the Taurus Awards, which is like the Stun Awards, I think.
Oh shit. Nice.
That's pretty good.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a really good award. He's been making waves in the stunt world, but he gets less attention from me because he's not in the parkour and freeing anymore. He went big time, too big for us. You ain't been at no jams, Corey. Where you at? Don't at me like you a free runner still. So there's the semi-finals, and then it should be the next one, right?
You'd think.
October tournament. No, that's the. Do they announce the winners? Is that like a thing? Ladies and gentlemen, your October winners. Here you go. So Surush Baharami, who I think was So we got to go back to the semi-final bracket because I'm pretty sure this guy had two lines. So if you go to the tags, right?
Where are the tags?
On the bottom left corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just the judges. God damn it. God damn it.
And they didn't even tell you who's who.
Yeah, it's not helpful at all. Okay, we can read here.
Oh, here you go. Okay.
Yeah, so, okay. No, that's just I've been really racist there, my bad. I just associated the guys, but they both just have the same name because they're from the same country. That's on me. For sure, they're different people. I just saw two Saroshes and I thought that he would have just added some other shit because I didn't think two people could have Sarosh as a name because I'm ignorant.
Well,
anyway, let's watch this run. Let's get Sarosh Bahrami. I don't think I might have met this guy, but he's fucking slick. Definitely heard his name before. What is it? Suk Kardahara. Or, I mean, that landing on that last move, but everything else is super tight.
Well, you think it would have hurt a little bit, or it was just a little bit fluffy?
I think it might hurt his ankles a little bit.
Oh, right. Oh, they just like fold in.
Yeah. Is this Nagata? Nagane? How do I say your name? Nagane? Yeah, this one was an obvious win in my book. She's like just
she does that.
levels and levels ahead of the game, and she's so young. I think she's like 14 or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Maybe 15 now, but yeah, insane level, like world class free running level for sure. Just has a whole variety of tricks on lock, super comfortable in like a huge assortment of locations. So big up to the two winners of that. Damn. And I guess that November's would be almost on its way. Right, they probably didn't do November.
No.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't do it.
Why not?
I don't know.
Tempest? What are you playing
Get your shit together, Tempest.
Maybe it's
us at Team Forain, we got our shit together.
Dude, so what is
Oh, by the
sculpting?
way, let me tell you about that. We are releasing new Team Forain items very soon.
Can
we were meant to be releasing sooner, but we had a little delay. But we've got some items coming out for the Christmas holidays, right in time for you to order them online, teamforain.com.
Is there nothing here that I can actually see?
No, because the only thing you can see is some sneak previews around on different Forain profiles. I'm not going to like show you the range because we're going to wait for the book for that. I just want to hype people up, like it's coming. Be ready.
Like the foot
Those clothes
zone one?
are coming.
Like the foot zone socks?
That was just a small little cute line drop. We got like a proper. So see this thing hanging. See that hanger shot in the middle there?
Ooh.
Boy. Your item's coming.
Look at that.
So we got more than that, but you know, that's just a little sneaky previews for those people out there. You know, the long sleeve that you see there is probably my favorite item that we've ever put together personally. For like as in preference for wearing, it's probably my favorite item ever. It's so comfortable and it's just gangster all around.
Yeah, these were the things I was talking about.
Yeah. A lot we should touch on the socks because I think a lot of people miss the socks. They're so clever, and they're so funny. You know, if you do parkour, you should definitely buy the socks because you will get better tech. Shows you where to land, and on your feet you have a target so you can see it, and you can go out and train in the socks, and it's like even harder because they're not shoes.
Oh, that's a line for the next Forain shoes. Have a little strip that says aim here, huh?
Oh, that's pretty slick.
That's a slick idea.
That's a slick idea, that is. I'll forward that on to the old Department of Forains.
I'm guessing this isn't actually a clock that's merch. Because that would
It's not merch, no.
That would be a sick clock.
What time is it? Forain clock.
Boom. You want to stay on Instagram?
No.
All right, then.
We're going to ask more people more questions.
All right.
So that was your question. That wasn't even like somebody's question, Jarran. It's not about you, is it?
What question did we have? What?
You asked me about what's going on in parkour training.
Yeah, good. Well, it's good because then the question's populated. So, all right. Marv in. Oh, shit. So this one, capital IN. So it's Marv in.
It's Marv in. It's in. It's not it's in. Marvin.
I can't be that loud. Sorry. Like.
Yeah, Marvin. That's your name.
There's literally a level of extroverted I can go, and then that's it.
Okay.
And we're about at it. We are at it at the moment.
Just being on the show is at it.
yeah, basically. All right. When I do corks, I always jump more back instead of up, and it doesn't matter how much I focus on not doing it. I always make the same mistake. It's so programmed in my muscle memory. How can I fix it?
Don't ask me about corks, bro. I spent like all year drilling corks, and then literally the most recent post that I posted online has like something that's barely passable as a cork in it. So, not the person to ask. I hate corks. Corks can take it in the pooper. It's such a tricky move. just do them forever, and they'll probably get better one day. Advice.
I have never had corks in any capacity whatsoever. Into a foam pit, on a tramp, nada. Like.
So, in summers, you came to the right people.
Good times. All right, Harry Gabe, back with the questions. How many tattoos do you guys have each? Your one is easy, and I'm going to, while you talk, I'm going to count. 2, 3, 4.
I'm also counting. 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 9. I believe 9. So I can go through them. But I don't know. Okay, this is something I put to everyone. Does this guy tattoo on my thumbs that says this guy, it's a bit faded, you can't really read it. This guy, does that count as one tattoo or 2 tattoos? Because they're on different hands. So it could be a tattoo of this tattoo, but I got it at the same time. But then if I also got tattoos at the same time, then that would mean the tomato is the same as something. No, then all my 3 tattoos mean 1. So separate tattoos, same tattoos, the thumb tattoos, because they're 1 tattoo technically. They make up just 1. So 8 or 9. What about you?
I think I'm actually at the same, but like the 9th is that, and I don't know. That just counts as 1.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to a certain point, and like, does that count as that now? I guess they were separate sessions, but still.
Yeah, I mean, I count the ones that I have corresponding with Saturday as like our ones. Like it's all just 1, even though there's 3 tattoos. It's like 1 tattoo, group tattoo that we got together. Like we got corresponding things. So I see that as 1 tattoo, but it's like we got 6 tattoos in that process.
Yeah. I don't know. I like you.
How do you count tattoos? Yeah. Harry, why have you done this to us?
It's killing me.
Yeah, it's actually like, I don't know now. I really just don't know.
Because like, if I had a full sleeve right now, does that count as 1? Does that count as 1,000,000?
Yeah, does every ink dot count as 1? Because then I've got heaps.
Because like I did like an ink dot when I was like 15 here. Is that a tattoo? Because I'm cool. Oh, Santorini.
Yeah, me and Jesse Overall and Paris Shifley had that one.
Was it only you 3? I thought it was a bunch of other people.
No, it's 3 of us.
All right, there was just a bunch of us standing, hanging around.
Yeah.
That was a messy night.
That was most of them were.
That's Santorini for you.
Yeah.
How interesting that will never happen again. Something like that will happen, but Santorini will now never happen again. It's like the people that were at Santorini.
It's life, really, bro.
Yeah, but it's like...
How interesting. About 7 interestings.
Oh, yeah. Shut up, Dom. Shut up. Tips for better... Oh, sorry. Yogus D. Tips for better judging of distance and how capable I am. I find myself in situations where I'm quite scared of a jump, but when I end up doing it, I make it easily.
So this like answers like the first question that goes back to you haven't done enough fundamentals. You haven't done enough precisions at low ground to know exactly how far you can take your body. And then you've also, after that period of time where you know I can jump X amount of distance, be it by measuring your feet out if you're more of a literal person, or you literally measure the gaps out. But knowing by instinct at height is something that it only comes from having the competency and 100% knowledge on ground. So if you can do it 1,000 times without error on ground, you will know when you get to that other edge, okay, I've done this so many times that there's nothing that can go wrong. So just taking a step back in your training and going back to lower levels and doing hundreds of more jumps and figuring out how much power each distance takes, what your perception of that is. So standing at the front of the jump, looking at the ledge that you want to jump to, so that when you want to do that jump at height, you can do the same exact check and test. It's just all of those things you got to do, all of the things that you would do at height at ground, and then figure that shit out at ground, and before you even think about going to height. Gaps are hard, man.
I would just say get a laser measure. I've never done that. I was going to.
14 foot.
I probably will at one point.
I just like using, so this is more like for a hobby. Sometimes I revisit big gaps that I've done, and I'll measure out how far it is on the measure app on my phone, but that's about it. Don't know how accurate it is.
Does that actually work?
Yeah, surprisingly. I mean, it gives that a pretty good read.
Yeah,
Some of the stuff's like, it seems like it would be that far.
Interesting.
Like that's how I got the running jump to the pole, the marathon I did in like February, big splat thing. I reposted it the other day, so if you want to pop it up, it'd be easy to grab. But that measured out to be like 5.1 meters from ledge to pole, and then 4 meters from where our feet hit to ground. 4 meters from where our hands hit to ground. No, from where our feet hit. It was our feet. So the structure itself's about almost 4 meters high as well, the takeoff. But yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That, yeah, 5.1 and then 4 down from the phone measurements. And you want to see that non-cork? Just click on that last, most recent one. That guy was sick. He was just out his lunch break. I'm like, is it cool if I just do this jumps? He's like, yeah, man. Ready? Not a cork. Did it glitch as hard for you as it did for me?
No.
Okay, good. It's just lagging on my end because streaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can. It's not a cork, and then I covered it with a kick at the end.
That's a good question out to audience. Is any of this stuff lagging? Because if so, we'll try and fix it for next week. If there's even a way to do that.
Technical notes from your boys.
Yeah, no, I'd like some technical notes. Oh, that's another good question to people out there. If we were to put a slight backing music, as some people have hit me up to suggest, what would you guys like?
It could be Jarran and I singing a cappella.
Just really softly with just elevated jazz piano.
Yeah, I can just say motivational shit all the time, like, you got it. Just send it. Let's go. Yes, boy.
Looking good.
Smash it, G.
Slow down.
Whoa, not complimenting them, Jarran. I'm motivating them.
Oh, okay.
You say the compliments for your mama.
I should ring my mom.
You probably should.
You said hi to your mom lately?
Yeah.
See what I just did there? Anyway, Murali Payali. Oh, it's the same guy. Is it dangerous to follow two passions at the same time? Will it be like I won't master them?
Nah, man. That's all in your brain. You can totally master two passions at once. You just gotta. The thing you will have to be is smarter with time management. You'll actually have to structure that shit. Because, like, if you've got all of your time to spend on one passion, you can basically just riff it and just, when it feels good, go for it and stuff like that. But it's going to be harder work if you want to master two things. So you're going to have to kind of really dedicate yourself to maximizing the time that you spend on those things. Because that's the only way the mastery will come about, is by literally spending all of your time entranced by it. So it might take longer to get to that level as well, but you still can definitely get there.
Like, if you go by the 10,000 hours rule, it's, I think, 6 years at 3 hours a day, and then just do your calculations from that. But
yeah, I'd rather do 3 years at 6 hours a day, personally.
Yeah. But that's...
Wow, that actually makes a lot of sense as to why Kadoru's probably done 10,000 hours, because he's definitely done 3 years of six hours.
Yeah.
He's done 4.5 years or something like that of training, so 4 years of training. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's something I might cite to the other younger guys who are like wondering about progression and that sort of thing. Is like, have you done your 10,000 hours? It's like Fletcher's done his 10,000 hours and it shows. Yeah, interesting. Good thing to think about.
Yeah, it's a book.
I know the read. A lot of people maybe out there should read it if you haven't read it. Jarran recommends.
What is it called? It's just called Outliers. And oh, come on, I don't want to have to put book after it. What kind of Jamie am I? Yeah, this guy. Malcolm Gladwell. And it is a good book.
His last name is literally like happy, content. Happy.
Oh, it is.
Gladwell.
Happy.
How are you? I'm Gladwell. 2 types of good. How are you?
Right. We got no, that's not a question. This guy tattoo counts as 2, but the sleeve counts as 1.
So if they're touching, is that the rule?
Yeah,
if they're overlapping, you've got 1 tattoo.
Yeah.
Is he a tattoo artist or is he just making this shit up?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently we do have a lag, by the way, and that could be really bad. So, well, I'll work on that for next week, and that will be good because that
I mean,
must be,
we're almost done with this week, so
dude, that must really suck. Like having to watch that with a lag.
mm. I mean, it must suck having to watch it with me on the program, but with a lag too, that would also be.
Old Boomer Dom making these puns, and he does the dance, and it's Boomer Dom.
I'm so old.
All right. Do you have any tips on Castaways for medium height? I've tried them on ground, but I can't properly snap my legs. But it's fine in a foam pit, not onto ground.
Oh, okay. You need to work on holding your tuck, and so grab lower on your shins and pull your knees to your shoulders. Also, I find it's different for each person, but my preference is actually to keep my body as straight as possible when doing medium height ones. Like I only lean forwards about 20 degrees, and then I kip with flexibility in my lower back, and my feet flick like a Cody on a trampoline. So they like knees bend, and then as I snap too, that's the position that gets me up, and then I just pull them in. So yeah, you want to do them onto mats and really focus on knowing where you land. Like a foam pit won't give you an accurate representation, and if you're not comfortable to go to sand, you need to go to a mat on a foam pit. Yeah. And just work on like the landing timing, looking like if you know every time that you will cast and flip, then really you're safe because you're not going to land on your neck, which is the only real dangerous part of that flip. Is if you go for the cast and don't do the flip, you can land on your neck. But if you're comfortable just every time snap and tuck for sure, then just go to like sand and just drill it. You know what I mean? And if you're scared, just don't be a bitch. You can already do it. You've done it in the foam pit 100 times. Why would it be different?
That one.
That's like my main guiding star with how I train. I'm like, oh, I've done something like this before, so why wouldn't it work?
Yeah, but that's your old she'll be right mate attitude.
You get a lot of fails like that.
Well, that's good. That's comes up with a good video. All right, one statement, one question. Let's rock on out of here.
Yeah, that sounds like a plizzan.
Hey, Dom, hurry up and get those Stora bastards to us after quarantine, legend.
All right, mate. Will do. Struth. Bloody hell.
That would.
I'll ask Stora, where the bloody hell are they?
Where the bloody hell are you? How
what happened
long
to Laura
did
Bingle?
that,
Who knows?
How long did that actually like last? That whole
So where the bloody hell are you? I think like 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, like the length of Laura Bingle's career.
Apparently that was a ScoMo initiative, by the way. That was when he was still Scotty from marketing.
Scotty from marketing.
And the Stadger, what tips can you give people like just learning to flip on grass? Like how to get height and power?
Height and power actually comes from technique and learning the proper shapes that you need to be in when blocking. Blocking is transference of speed, so you can sprint, but if you jump shit, you won't get any height out of it. So you need to learn how to position yourself with like a small pike of the legs, snapping of the core, raising with the hips and the shoulders to get more height. It's like a very technical thing. I would say work on like, again, it's all of this stuff, guys, is stripping down to fundamentals and working on like doing the takeoff. Do the takeoff 50 times without actually doing the flip and work on the power. And then do like lay on the floor and practice falling into a tuck and pulling your weight over and forcing your, like if you're laying on your back and you pull your arms up and force yourself into a tuck, it should swing you up into sitting. And that's the kind of core strength that you're going to need when pulling yourself over with inertia. Fundamentals.
Good way to end it.
Yes.
Whoa.
Peace. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, Jarran, for doing all the things.
Oh,
And
getting
Ed,
all those glitches.
Ed, next time.
Next week. All right.
Next week.
Let's get it. All right.
Everybody hit up Ed on his Instagram and just be like, yo, Dom's podcast next week. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We out.
Peace out, all of
Goodbye.
you.